Welcome back to Raving and Reviewing. My name is R, and this is my co-host V.
Hey guys, what's up?
Today we're finally back reviewing episode 1 of Loki.
Yes. Finally a Marvel show. Finally something that we're excited about.
Yeah, no, I mean, we had thought there would be a new MCU Friday show every week,
Yeah.
and then we found out the show was delayed until June,
Yeah.
and then we had nothing. I mean, we tried one other review, which
We liked it.
I really enjoyed, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, we should go back to that, but things have been busy right now.
Yeah.
So right now we're going to stick to just Loki, and we got to figure out the schedule for recording, since last time we were recording every Sunday, releasing Monday, and Loki comes out Tuesday at midnight.
Oh, Tuesday, that's
Well,
right.
yeah, so Wednesday. So we got to figure out our new recording schedule. Or we could stick to Sundays.
Sunday, yeah. I mean, that's okay too, but yeah, maybe if we can somehow just get together in the middle of the week and try to quickly record. I know we're really busy with work and everything, but we'll try to figure that out for now. You know, we're sticking to the Sunday because that's when we have time to record.
Yeah. But Loki, first episode, thoughts?
I really like the set design and some of like the CGI with like the city that they showed. Like, so that was my first thing. Like every time there was a new like set piece that they introduced, I was just like, I'm really feeling like the 70s vibe that they were going for. And I know you weren't, because I remember texting you. I was like, I'm actually feeling this. You're like, oh, like it's okay. Like it wasn't anything.
For like the first half, I was like, this is okay. And then it grew on me once we saw that city. Before they go into that little room with the little like video camera of Loki's life, and they say like, "Where are we?" And then they pan around to the city. And it's like time acts different here. And I was like, okay, I'm feeling this vibe. This I guess 70s. I don't know what they're going for.
Yeah, it kind of, I guess 70s in certain pieces, 50s in certain, like the cartoon, the Flintstone type kind of felt 50s.
I think that's
yeah, which I liked as well. The cartoon was like really, really funny and like adorable. And I was like, it kind of gave me like the flashback to like WandaVision when they were trying all these different things. But I liked it. I did like that, the feel of the show. On top of that, I also liked, it only seemed like there were really 3 characters in the whole show, right? It was the assistant, Loki, of course, and then the detective. What was his name? Morbus, yeah. So those 3 characters.
Pronouncing it wrong, but something Mobius.
Mobius.
Yeah, I think Mobius sounds right.
Yeah, so the interaction between Loki and Mobius was really interesting for me. Like a chunk of the episode was them 2 interacting. Owen Wilson, sort of the, early 2000s guy. He hasn't really done anything super big recently, but I feel like he came back in this show and it's something totally different that I've never seen him in. I've seen him in like the silly movies like Wedding Crashers and The Internship. Other than that, I haven't really seen him in anything else. So this is interesting. I like his look. He looks like a detective. And Loki, of course, he's good.
What's up with his hair?
What's up with his hair? But his hair is never good to me. Like, even when we were watching Ragnarok, I
like the Ragnarok hair. I think that's his best look. Ragnarok, and then
it's so
Thanos
greasy.
When he kills him. I mean, yeah, it's greasy, so whatever. I mean, he's his face.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, but that was my first kind of outlook on that. What about you?
No, I think the set and overall like design of where they're hanging out in TVA looks great. I think that cartoon they did where they're explaining the multiverse was great. It reminded me
understand.
Yeah, that was a very well like explainer, but then it added a lot of questions that like, will we get answers to?
Yeah,
we don't know. But I think
always
that cartoon
with anything Marvel
reminded me of something you want to get this reference, but like there's a game Fallout, and they have like little cartoons like that with the Pip-Boy, very reminiscent of that. Then there's in BioShock, I remember there's like always like these little cartoons explaining what your weapons do, and like definitely like 70s vibe. Like I like that. 50s, I don't know what it could be. Like that.
I couldn't tell. The set looked like it was 70s, but or maybe 60s. Let's split the difference and say it was 60s.
Okay. Um, then yeah, Owen Wilson. I think he was pretty good. I don't know much about him, but
Yeah.
he did great. I think he's gonna be a great like companion to Loki. Where I love when he's like, "Oh, I hear you don't like to talk." Or he says, Loki's like, I don't like to talk. And he's like, that's definitely a lie because you love to talk. Loki loves to talk his way out of things and
Right.
control the situation.
Right.
And the rest of the people, the rest of the I mean, the lady, the guard lady was whatever.
Yeah.
The judge lady was whatever. But I think once we see these two guys like go on their first mission to see like whatever next week's gonna be good. Like we're gonna see them two like out on the field, maybe like some time zone, some other
Right.
timeline where they're trying to figure out, chase down what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. What did you think of like just the episode storyline? You know, because we didn't really mention that in kind of the first look.
The episode, I think my first thought is this relevant? Like
Yeah.
Loki, what's going on here? Why he takes the Tesseract? I love that. Like seeing that in
Yeah.
theaters, I'm like, oh fuck, yes, they're
Yeah.
setting up something for Loki, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
Then now when we see it's like, oh wait, this Loki is the Loki that's still kind of evil from
Evil.
2012, and
Yeah.
he hasn't been the one that's from Ragnarok that we enjoyed.
Right.
And it's like, oh, maybe we won't like him. And he's still like kind of cunning, kind of evil, and you're like, do we want this Loki to return to the main timeline, or? And it's like he's looking for his purpose in the world, and then he sees that Thanos kills him. That's the end of his life, and his main goal in life was just to get the Avengers together, according
Right.
to this TVA.
Right. That's what they told him.
Time
That's
cops, or what do we call them?
uh time guards?
Timekeepers.
Timekeepers.
Whatever, those three blue guys in the sky.
Yeah, yeah. Timekeepers. Timekeepers.
Timekeepers.
Yeah.
And then obviously Loki's gonna change that. He's gonna fix the timeline his own way and gonna break something.
Oh yeah. I mean, he is the god of mischief, right? So
yeah.
I'm sure he'll do something. Hopefully, that's good for our Avengers in that timeline. And but also good for Loki. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, he deserves it. He died like 5 times already. Give man a break.
I mean, he dies in Thor 2 and pretends to die in Thor 3. Then actually dies in Ragnarok. And then I mean, it dies in Infinity War and gets brought back and then luckily saved in Endgame.
So much freaking going on. Jeez Louise. No, but I think the first episode was very like, I don't think much happened, but at the same time, character development wise, a lot happened, right? Like Loki, we went from him being like the original Loki from Avengers, kind of the evil dude, to him kind of watching his life that's supposed to happen. Right? He sees his mother die, himself die, his intimate moment with his brother, and watching his father die, right? Like all those things all happen within the span of 5 minutes of the show. And he kind of quickly reacts and says that no, you know, he's not, he doesn't enjoy watching people die, right? That was one of the things that he ends up learning. So I hope this is not it. I think what they did is they kind of use this episode to bring Loki back to his at least his character back to the state that he was in Ragnarok.
Okay, yeah.
And
I can see that.
So that's kind of what, and I don't know if you could buy that happened within the 5 minutes, but I guess so, right? If you watch your parents die and then realize that, oh, like my brother,
he seemed genuinely upset that he finds out that he is the cause of his mother's death. Like in Thor 2, we don't watch that one ever again, but like he has her like captured, and then like the Dark Elves kill her because Loki, it's pretty much Loki's fault.
Right.
And he has to witness that. Then he witnesses again, like Odin dies because he sends him to this whatever, to whatever,
Island?
I don't know where. No, it's like
realm.
Ireland.
Is it Ireland? Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it's
it is.
Ireland.
Yeah, it's the
And
North,
like
maybe.
that's pretty much for him is like this is his like place to like move on to the next life.
Right.
Or like as a god, I guess I don't know what they do, but
Oh, Loki killed both his parents? My gosh,
pretty
that's
I mean
dark.
he didn't kill the dad, but he set it up that like
It's
he didn't have to
like,
work
goodbye,
anymore.
old man. Now
Yeah,
I can take
made him
over.
retire.
Yeah. Yeah,
He
I
put him
agree.
into an old folks home.
Oh, that's what everybody does. Yeah, I think it's now that we're talking it through, I think it might be believable that he kind of, that's kind of a shock knowing that
Hmm.
you've done things that have caused harm to the people who love you the most. And I know his relationship with his mom was probably one of the ones that wasn't, with his dad it was a little bit more complicated, but with his
Hmm.
mom I don't think, it was his mom.
Yeah,
So
I mean it's adopted mom.
I know, but still, it didn't look like
Hmm.
they had like a bad relationship. So I think now I buy it that he might have come to terms with the fact that he might not want to be evil, and all the stuff he did in the past is not something he wants to follow through.
Yeah, I think I guess like is like given like this magical little like neck brace that they can reverse his time, and if he tries to escape or do something, they just
Right.
push him back.
Hmm.
And I thought it was very clever that like with a matter of like 20 minutes, he's in
He's
control of
done.
the situation. He gets the little belt on the lady, and then he's controlling her, and he's warping her
Yeah, that scene was
repeatedly.
funny too.
Yeah,
That
that was
that scene
fun.
was
There's funny
funny.
moments. Yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't talk about the fact that this is funny. This is actually, it's hard
Hmm.
not to be, because like Loki's character is pretty funny. I
Hmm.
think in Ragnarok, him and Thor had really good chemistry, especially when it came to like comedic timing and all the
Hmm.
little stuff that they were doing. They had good chemistry, and Loki is going more towards the funny route too. I mean, there's serious stuff going on, but they
Yeah.
had a lot of little comedic moments.
The part where the robot was like interesting. He's like, "How do I know if I'm not part robot?" And he has to
Yeah.
go through like a little metal detector thing.
I like how he's like, this is ridiculous. I know I'm not a robot, but he's still kind of like slowly going through the metal detector.
Yeah.
That was funny.
The
Um,
other funny moment where it's like he had to sign off like this is what you've said your whole life,
yeah.
and then he keeps talking and more pages print out.
Yeah. He only signs the top one. I guess it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I was like they should have made him sign all three.
Yeah. I was like, I would have waited and watched that. That's
Yeah.
fine. You could give him 15 minutes to sign the papers. Um, what did you? There's not too many characters, but what did you think about the assistant? Do you think that guy's eventually going to be part of their group? Because he was in a lot of the episode too.
Which assistant?
The one
The
with
guy with the
the,
Infinity Stones?
yes, which is just
No, I
paperweights.
think it was him. He is just like a dummy character, kind of just like in the background. Like
Yeah,
he'll cause some slight problems, or
right.
he'll do something dumb that they'll make
Yeah,
fun of him for,
yeah. Okay, I
or he'll
could
be
see
a
that.
nuisance to Loki for something dumb. But what did you think of the Infinity Stones? Mean nothing in this area.
I love that. It's so funny. That's so funny. I wonder if that's because so many different timelines have been like invented, and there's different Infinity Stones in each of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And eventually they just don't mean anything in certain timelines, and they end up in the TVA realm.
Well, I mean that's like my question is, was the Avengers like the Avengers went back in time?
Yeah.
They weren't stopped by the TVA. Then Captain America also went back to return all his things, and he has no consequence. They
Yeah,
all had no
that explanation
consequences.
I was not happy with. Oh, just because the time keepers saw that coming, and
Or they
they
wanted
like,
it to happen that way.
they calculated for this, but Loki's is not. Like, how is that decided? What's the mechanism? I don't think we're ever gonna get that explained, because then a lot of things in the Marvel universe
Mm-hmm.
won't make sense. So I think
What
they purposely are keeping it vague.
do you think they won't? Because I mean, I know your biggest complaint about Endgame is Captain
Oh,
America going back, and
I can't make
maybe
sense
he's
of that.
here. Maybe he was also stopped. Maybe he'll have a cameo on this,
Maybe,
like a 2-second cameo, like Chris Evans is here, or like maybe just his shield or something.
like in the TVA, because he got in trouble.
Yeah, maybe they didn't like let him return the stones and then they erased him. Because I mean, Loki has, I guess Owen Wilson is trying to stop him from being erased in order to help him save him from whatever's going on.
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
Maybe they
And
just erased Chris Evans' mind and then just sent him back.
yeah, I think that his part was what confused the whole explanation in Avengers, right? Because like
Mm-hmm.
the lady showed like the how the branches happen and all this stuff,
Ball
right? And
lady,
then what's her name? The
Phyllis
one from
Winston, Doctor Strange,
yes, yeah. What's her name? Do you know? Do you remember?
Sorcerer Supreme.
Yes, Sorcerer Supreme. Yeah. She had explained it one way, and then when you think about what Captain America did, it doesn't fit into that explanation.
Unless it was already planned that way.
Right. I guess so, but we don't know. See, it's so
Well, that's when you talk
confusing.
about time, like it's always
This is what
confusing.
happens.
But like this, having these timekeepers, it made me think of there is one fixed time that's always going, kind of
Yeah.
like Watchmen.
Right.
Spoilers for the end of Watchmen, the best comic book show ever.
Best. Oh my god, it was so good.
And it's like time is always going, so he exists in the past and present.
Yes. He's like the
And I guess the
singularity.
TVA people are the ones that exist pretty much, I guess.
I guess
Are,
they're
are
the
Dr.
Watchmen.
Manhattan. They're Dr.
Yeah.
Manhattan, I
They're
guess.
Dr.
And
yeah.
they're seeing time at all points throughout the universe, throughout
Correct.
the endless time.
They exist always.
Yeah, so one of the things that Owen Wilson was doing was he was in the 1500s. He was investigating the church that
Right.
someone murdered everyone here. And
Oh,
then
right,
you see a
right.
picture of
That's the end.
the zoo. No, this was in the middle actually. And they go
Was
back
it?
to that at the end, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. They
Because
show
someone
it.
comes in to tell him like, "Oh, Loki's on trial right now. Come back."
Oh, that's right. That's right. Because he's yeah, you're right. That's where he meets the little girl, right?
Yeah. So who is that little girl? People are assuming that's like a female Loki, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't see that.
I don't
I don't
see it.
see.
I
I don't
saw a
see that.
bunch of the articles on that, and I did not make that connection whatsoever.
No, I don't think that's like Loki.
No, not at all.
But then other people are like, oh, maybe Loki is the devil in the picture.
Yeah.
You see that?
That's kind of what my assumption was that maybe they were pointing that look, because eventually even Morbius,
Well, yeah, whatever. Just
Owen
call
Wilson's character,
Yeah.
eventually he points out that, hey, I think it's you that's doing like killing all these agents, these hunters, the time hunters.
Yeah, when he's explaining to him later.
Yeah.
There's somebody on the loose that's a time variant like yourself that's doing this, and we think it is you.
So then
we need your help.
I guess the theory is that he had done this more than once.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing with time.
Yeah.
Why not?
I mean, I guess he's a god. I guess he could do it more than once. I don't know. It's all very confusing at this time, but also very clear. If they don't want to explain all of it, the explanation they gave us in the beginning with the cartoon is enough, I think, to carry the show.
Yeah, like I think if you overthink about it, it's always going to be wrong.
Yeah.
So like just like let them explain it, and when you get to the end, then you can complain about if it's bad or not.
Dude, that's why I couldn't sleep after I watched Endgame. I had a dream about Captain America's shield because I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about how it made sense. No,
because he doesn't go back with the shield, right? He goes back just the hammer, and he comes back with the second shield.
It was all so confusing. I was like, which timeline is he part of? He has to return. I don't get it. He has to return.
It's interesting. And will in Thor 4, will he have a second hammer? Because that hammer is returned back to the other one and then destroyed.
Right.
Is he just gonna have the axe? I'm sure that he's gonna have the hammer.
I think he's gonna have it has to be the hammer.
Yeah.
Oh, so confusing.
I mean, you're playing with time, and they can make it up as they go.
Yeah, true. You don't have to overthink it. It's not real.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the first episode, I would say that WandaVision's first episode is probably a little bit lower than Loki's, but it wasn't as good as the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier, because I really remember enjoying
Falcon.
that
I think
one.
we enjoyed.
Yeah,
especially seeing the New Orleans setting. Loki, I mean Bucky, we didn't care as much, but seeing the him with his sister, who I think we enjoyed.
Yes, yeah. It was good. WandaVision was a little too confusing, and the first episode
It
was
was also
mainly a sitcom.
two parts
Yeah,
first day.
yeah. So compared to that, I think Loki is a little bit more related to the Marvel universe.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're just basing it off of that, I think I would say that one was a little bit better than WandaVision.
Mm-hmm.
Although all in all, I think we liked WandaVision more than.
Yeah, I think this could turn out to be even better.
Yeah, I think
Because
so.
we're curious about what's going on and what's going to happen. Will Loki change the timeline or the flow of time? Because he questions himself. He's like, why do these guys make the choice? Why are they the ones to make the choice of who gets the main timeline?
Yeah. So yeah, the first episode really didn't reveal too much, except some of the main characters that we might be seeing throughout and their chemistry. Like we thought Owen Wilson and Loki had some good conversations and chemistry. And I think overall it was a solid first episode.
Yeah, solid. Can't wait to hear more.
See more, yeah. And then I guess the main question is, who do you think is evil?
It's
Loki's
too
maybe?
hard to say, because in WandaVision we didn't know who the villain was till the last episode, and that was Agatha. And it's like, is it this Mephisto devil?
Yeah.
And here again we see the devil in the mirror, in the paint, the whatever mural, and it's like, are they going to do this again?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it's just going to be Loki or someone like just new.
Yeah.
And I think it's something that's going to lead to like the future of like some other show. I think it's going to all lead to like back to Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I think that's a good theory. That especially
Wanda was technically the villain.
Yeah, that's true. And especially because Thor and Doctor Strange have had kind of, there was the scene in Ragnarok too. Yeah, there's been quite a lot of it. Yeah, so I don't know. I think it's not that far-fetched for it to be linked back to Doctor Strange. And I feel like everything sort of is leading back to that, because this is going to be Marvel's first kind of horror / I guess it won't be an introduction to the multiverse, because this technically is.
Yeah. Doctor Strange was too, but
that's true.
What about all the times Doctor Strange is messing with time? The whole end of that first movie was him just manipulating time
over and over again. That was all seen. Okay, they knew about all of that. They gave him permission. I mean, this guy was literally threatening to just loop time over and over again, and the timekeepers was like, okay, you do you, boo. Like, what?
Yeah.
What?
But we're okay with that one.
Yeah. They check marks that
the main
one.
timeline.
Oh, gosh, so silly, but it's fine. I'm willing to. I can't overthink this because I need to sleep at night. It's just not a good idea. I think it might be Owen Wilson. He's too nice right now. I don't trust it.
Yeah, he's got his own plan compared to the other agents around.
Yes. Yeah.
Because the other lady just wants to reset him, where he's like, I want him to work for me.
Right.
And I think maybe this is like the first, like, might be like a loop, like a self-fulfilling prophecy of like, if he just got him reset, maybe we wouldn't have this problem. But since we brought him along to like mess with the time, like he's bringing him with him to different time areas.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to escape in one of these.
But wouldn't it just keep looping back? That's what I don't understand. I don't know. I honestly, this is gonna hurt my brain. I could just tell. I'm gonna have to just like forego a lot of nonsense.
You're thinking your Harry Potter time turner situation?
Yeah, except they did a really good job in the movie with that. And then in the book, she destroys the time turners in a really stupid way. I'll give anybody that. But hey, they're gone. There was an explanation for it. Yeah, and the thing is, like, in Harry Potter, you just never know what happened the first time around, and two people exist at once. So if you go back in time, there's going to be like two Harrys and two Hermiones, right? That's kind of explained. There's two people just living in that.
Time remnant.
Right, exactly. Sure. I don't know any of these terms
that's from The Flash. That's the term they used in season 2.
I haven't seen. No, I've seen season 2. I just don't remember. I haven't seen season 3.
The time remnant, like the black version of Zoom or something. It's like a time remnant, something like that.
I remember that. That's kind of foggy, but
it made sense back when it came out.
So,
and then I think they changed the idea of what happened after that.
So our habit of bringing DC into any Marvel discussion is going to continue with Loki. Is that what you're telling me right now?
I mean, I could bring in Legends of Tomorrow. But
no.
Because that's pretty much they're the time police, and they got to make sure time and all.
Yeah, they are going around time, aren't they? I remember from that show.
Yeah, they're trying to prevent things, but that was a whole mess of a show.
Yeah, I remember that.
Is it still going? People like season 3 and 4. Yeah, it's still going.
They're just on season 3?
No, I think they're on 6 or 7 now.
Yeah,
I gave up after 2. I was like, this is not it.
Good. Yeah, it's like this is not good. But there's good actors in it, right? All the people from all the different shows are in here.
They took all the BC level cast and put them all in one show. I mean, the Atom guy, the Superman.
Yeah.
He was decent.
It was good enough. Yeah, he was.
But then they brought him back as the Superman from Superman Returns, and then he pretty much stole the show for like 2 episodes.
Oh, okay. That's kind of cool.
Then they didn't give him a show and gave the other Superman a show, which kind of.
Oh, that's not cool.
Sounds like you gave the whack Superman a show, not the good one. And then he quit all his DC shows after that.
All right, that's it for the DC conversation. No more. back to Loki. Closing notes for me is just gonna be I'm looking forward to more. Hope they continue with the chemistry, even if Owen Wilson does turn out to be evil. I think they had good chemistry, good conversations. More of Loki. Oh, and one thing I wanted to mention, the plane scene.
Oh yeah, the David
apparently that happened in real life.
Well, I mean, that's the David Copperfield scene. Forrest Gump did.
Yeah, like you know how in Forrest Gump, like they make him like deep throw and like just kind of stick him into history. So they kind of stuck Loki into like a true story, and nobody knew. Like there was a story that some guy was on a plane and asked for a bunch of money and jumped off. So they ended up saying that was Loki, which was kind of funny, I thought.
Yeah, it was interesting, but like from the trailers, I thought that would have been what he's doing now, not before.
Not like a 2-second scene.
Like a throwaway scene, yeah.
Yeah, it was a throwaway scene. Yeah. What were your thoughts? I think similar to mine, right?
Yeah, no, same. I'm enjoying it. Yep. I think it was rather slow a bit, actually. I think it will pick up, and I'm interested to see where this connects. Will they bring up the Avengers and their consequences? Is this in Ant-Man's quantum realm?
Oh, I hope he does like a cameo.
Like awesome. The one thing I saw online, I tried to stay away from this.
Cameo in Friends, so I don't think he's gonna do one for Loki.
I mean, he did the Avengers campus opening. He was the host.
Is that why he missed the Friends reunion?
No, I think the Friends reunion was filmed months ago.
Yeah, that was filmed, I think, November, actually.
Yeah, who knows when they filmed it, but Ant-Man, there was like the scene when they're in the quantum realm. And supposedly this place may exist in the quantum realm, and people are saying, oh, maybe it's related. We'll see some Ant-Man cameo or some other like villain from that quantum realm.
I don't trust any of the internet theories because they hyped up both WandaVision and Winter and Falcon, and I'm like not gonna get hyped anymore.
That's true.
Because WandaVision was kind of a disappointment.
It's because the internet was I guess Endgame and Infinity War theories didn't even keep up. Like they surpassed the theories.
Yeah.
Like they surpassed expectations. Now people are trying to set expectations like everything's gonna be an Endgame.
It's awesome. Yeah,
which is not. It can't be. Not everything can be.
The budget just won't.
Or nothing is an Endgame.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I hope at least one or two of these things are true. But for now, I think they're gonna have, same as WandaVision, they're gonna have a neat packed story. It's gonna be slow. We're just gonna have to go along with the ride. Hopefully the ending is not as disappointing as Falcon and Winter Soldier was. And hopefully they can have a really
that was bad.
Yeah, that was it. When we watched WandaVision the first time around, we were like, this is not enjoyable. And then we watched it a second time, and we actually we picked up some of the stuff that we missed the first time around, and we thought it was like at least a neat story that had like it's one-off kind of thing.
I saw almost all of WandaVision again last week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I think I watched it all twice when I watched it for the first premieres.
No, seeing it a second time like 2 months later, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I have to forget it a little bit more to rewatch it, but I think for Falcon and Winter Soldier, just the end was. I think the last few episodes I started getting a little the less Zumo, the less enjoyment there was, and I was just Zemo, like, yeah, sorry, Zemo. I was just like, okay, this is not working for me anymore. But maybe if we rewatch it a little bit later, we'll still enjoy it. Who knows?
Yeah, I could see that like a year from now, I'd be like interested to check it out again.
Yeah.
But Loki, can't wait to see more.
Can't wait.
Wednesdays, which is annoying. Still, what's with this release time of midnight California time?
I know.
It's an awful time to put something out because most people are going to work Wednesday.
Yes.
And they're not going to watch it.
Well, I guess there's always something to look forward to on Wednesday night.
Yeah, middle of the week, it's good.
Yeah, exactly.
It's because I think they have Star Wars still coming out and airing on Fridays. Like a cartoon.
Oh, gotcha, okay. So it's not Mando, right?
No, it's the Bad Batch.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
I watched the first 4 episodes. It's not bad. First episode's like a movie. It's 70 minutes long.
When is Marvel going to get on that level? Let's go. I'm ready to watch a 70-minute long Marvel episode.
It's animated, so they have to animate. And it's like 3D animated. So like it's not like...
That's work.
It's, it seems like it's like pretty decent like budget. 16 episodes.
Wow.
But it seems like they're dragging things along.
I was going to say, like, how do they have that much story?
I was like episode 4. I was like, come on, we got to pick it up here. But the rest of these are like 30-minute episodes.
All right. Interesting.
Disney Plus keep going.
Yeah. They can sponsor us if they want. We talk about everything under the sun. All right. So that was our first review of Loki. Do you have anything else to add?
No, that's it.
All right. So I guess we'll hopefully do a different time next week. We're going to try to get together maybe Thursday or Friday. But if not, Sunday for sure.
And Sunday post Monday morning.
Yes. Yep. Monday's when we'll release it.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll see you guys next week.
All right. Thank you. See you guys.
Thank you.